Have you ever wondered what the secret is to really connecting with people and leaving a lasting impression? Today, we're going to explore how genuine appreciation can transform your personal and professional relationships, drawing inspiration from the core principles of the human condition.
When we talk about core principles, we mean that they're universal and totally applicable, at least in our Western contemporary culture. For you, for me, for anyone in your family. We're sure that the tools we're sharing here will be super useful in your personal life, your career, and your own growth. Because that's what this channel is all about. Giving you practical tips to unlock your full potential. Let's get to it.
The emotional hunger we all share. In a world where criticism and indifference are the norm, genuine appreciation becomes a scarce commodity and, as a result, extremely valuable. Professor John Dewey, we're talking late 19th century to early 20th century, one of the greatest philosophers in the United States, put forward this particular theory. Dr. Dewey said that the deepest drive in human nature is the desire to be important. Remember this phrase, the desire to be important. It's really significant.
What do you want? Not a lot. But the few things you do want are craved with a determination that accepts no refusals. Almost every regular adult wants health and the preservation of life, food, sleep, money and the things money can buy, an afterlife, sexual satisfaction, the well-being of their kids, a sense of self-importance. Almost all of these needs are met in life. Every single one, really except one.
But there's a craving almost as deep, almost as urgent as a need for food and sleep, and that craving rarely gets satisfied. It's what Sigmund Freud called the desire to be great. It's what Dewey called the desire to be important. Abraham Lincoln once kicked off a letter with these words, "Everybody likes a compliment." William James, the father of psychology in the United States, said, "The deepest principle of human character is the longing to be appreciated."
Notice he didn't talk about desire, but rather about the longing to be appreciated. Remember, we all yearn to be recognized and valued. This need for appreciation is as basic as physical hunger. Before we move on, we just ask that if you find this content useful, please drop us your invaluable comments, opinions, or ideas. We want to learn from your experience. And if you really dig this content, do us a solid with a like and hit that subscribe button. We truly appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
The difference between appreciation and flattery. It's crucial to tell the difference between genuine appreciation and empty flattery. While the former comes from truly recognizing a person's qualities, flattery is shallow and often comes with hidden agendas. Every one of us should hold our behavior to a higher standard. Like the Spanish philosopher Ortega Y Gasset used to say, following an ethical code that above our personal conveniences.
When expressing your appreciation or admiration for someone, it should always be honest and specific, zeroing in on the real positive aspects of that person. Applying appreciation in everyday life, incorporating genuine appreciation into our daily interactions can have a huge impact. From acknowledging a coworker's effort to thanking a loved one for their support, these small gestures strengthen bonds and create a positive vibe. The key is offering something that people truly value. Sincere appreciation is one of those priceless gifts that can open doors and build solid relationships.
Genuine appreciation is a powerful tool that, when used with real authenticity, can totally transform our relationships and enrich our lives. By truly recognizing and valuing others, we're not only giving them emotional satisfaction, but also creating an environment filled with respect and collaboration. That's the transformative power of real, heartfelt appreciation. Stories that inspire. Think about the story of a teacher who, upon noticing the auditory talent of a blind student, asked him to help find a lost mouse in a classroom. This simple act of recognition sparked something in the kid, who later grew up to become the legendary musician Stevie Wonder. Another example is that a wife who, when asking her husband for a list of things he could work on, ended up receiving 6 red roses and a note that said, "I can't think of 6 things I want you to change. I love you just the way you are."
This genuine gesture of appreciation not only strengthened their relationship, but also left a lasting impression. Applying appreciation in everyday life again. Bringing sincere appreciation into our everyday interactions can truly transform our relationships. Whether it's thanking the waiter for his service or recognizing a coworker's effort at work, these little actions can really make a difference. Remember, behind every person there's a story, a desire to be valued and understood. By offering genuine appreciation, we not only enrich others' lives, but also create an environment where empathy and connection can really thrive. Empathy is the foundation for inspiring others. It begins with genuine appreciation. Before diving into any criticism or suggestion, start by sincerely recognizing the person's achievements and qualities. This approach sets a positive and receptive tone.
Pointing out mistakes indirectly, instead of directly calling out mistakes. Use questions or comments that encourage reflection. For example, how do you think we could improve this process? This way, you avoid putting the other person on the defensive and you foster collaboration. Talking about your own mistakes before criticizing. Sharing your own experiences and mistakes before pointing out someone else's creates empathy and shows humility. This makes it easier for the other person to accept constructive feedback. Asking questions instead of giving orders. Posing questions instead of bossing someone around fosters participation and engagement. For instance, could you consider this alternative? Instead of do this, letting the other person save face. Avoid putting someone on the spot or humiliating them when correcting mistakes. Instead, offer feedback in a way that lets them keep their dignity and self-respect. Praising every improvement. Recognize and celebrate every little step forward. This encourages a person to keep improving and reinforces positive behavior. Giving a good reputation. Let the person know you have faith in their ability to get better. For example, I know you're someone who always strives for excellence. This kind of trust inspires them to live up to that reputation. Using encouragement. Give the person a boost by making mistakes seem easy to fix. This builds confidence and a willingness to improve. Making the other person feel good about following your suggestions. Present your suggestions in a way that the person sees them as a win for them. This increases the chances they'll accept and act on what you're saying.
By putting these principles into practice, you're not just sharpening your leadership skills. You're also building stronger, more effective relationships. Remember, true leadership is built on mutual respect, empathy, and positive motivation. We invite you to check out the next edition of Unlock Your Potential, where we'll drop more practical tips that you'll find super useful. And remember, nothing we say is magic. It's just emotional intelligence in action.